Hello guys and welcome to Python programming tutorials by Amul's Academy. Today in this tutorial we are discussing about how to print stars in alphabetical O shape, and this code is also similar to the previous pattern programs. So let's begin with the code. Here is the output and here we can see stars in different row and column. To print stars in different row and column, we are using two for loop. One for loop is to print stars in the row and another one is for column. And here we can say in the output there are 7 rows and 5 columns are there. So here we can see the first for loop. Here for row in range. Here row is a variable and we are using range function. As I said, there are 7 rows are there in the output. So I'll mention 7 here. That is, range is from 0 to 7. So it will give output as 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inside this for loop, we are taking another for loop to print stars in the column. Here call is the variable name and here also we are using range function. And in the output there are 5 columns are there. That's why I'll take 5 here. Okay. And inside this for loop we are taking if else conditional statement. That is, we need to print stars in some particular pattern. For that we need condition. That's why we are using conditional statement. Here after if keyword we need to mention the condition. That is, in which row and column you want to print star. So if we see the output, first we'll check for the column. And here we can see at the column 0 and column 4 we want to print star. But we can see at row 0 and row 6 we don't want any star. That is this place. That is, we want to print star in column 0 and column 4. But at that time row should not be 0 and 6. That is, we are concentrating here. Okay, so I'll write the condition like this. I'll check whether column is equal to 0 or column is equal to 4. Okay, this is logical OR operator, and in the logical OR operator, if any of the input is true, then output will be true. Here to print star I need either column equal to 0 or column equal to 4. And at that time row should not be equal to 0 and row should not be equal to 6. Okay, this is my first condition. Here I am checking whether column is equal to 0 or column equal to 4. Okay, if it is true, then at that time row should not be 0 and 6. Here to print star I want this both the condition to be true. That's why I used logical AND here. Okay, if any one of this is true, at that time row should not be equal to 0 and row should not be equal to 6. Then only we want to print star. And next I'll take OR operator. That's because I want to print star if this condition is true, or if it is false then I'll go for the another condition and I'll check whether that is true or not. Okay, so I used OR here. Here we are done with the column, so now we'll go to the row. And here we can see at the row 0 and row 6 we want to print star, right? That is, when column 1, 2, 3 we want star. So here I'll check whether row is equal to 0 or row is equal to 6. If it is true, then column should be greater than 0 and column should be less than 4. Okay, this is my second condition where we are checking whether row is equal to 0 or row equal to 6. If it is true, then column should be greater than 0 and less than 4. That's because we want only these 3 stars, right? So column should be greater than 0 and less than 4. Here to print star I want both these condition to be true. That's why I use and here. Okay, and next I'll mention colon, and inside the if condition we'll print star, end is empty string. In print, by default end value will be /n, but in our output, after printing one star, I want another star immediately after that. I don't want any new line between them. That's why I used empty string here. Okay, and next, if this condition becomes false, then control goes to the else part and we will print space. That is, here we can see space. This is all because of the execution of else statement. And inside the first for loop, here we can see inside the first for loop we are using print. It's because after printing star in one row, we want to go to the next line. Here we can see. So for that we are using this print. So now we are done with the code. So I'll save this and run this. And here we can see the output. Okay, that's it for now. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe my channel. I'll meet you in next class. Till then, take care.